High down. We wait. Hit.
Coach Summers, as a coach, I think he's one of the best coaches I've ever had. Been playing football a while, and just him as a coach, you know, you're not home with your mom or your dad or your family, so just to have that figure that can step in, put his arm around you, love on you, and just talk to you in times where you need a parent or need somebody to lean on. He's the first person that's there.
His family is very, very important to him, and the players know that, see that, and he treats them as if they were family as well. He's very tough on them, but the kids understand that he's there for them at any given point. But as soon as it's time to be tough, he's tough.
That's the coolest thing with Coach Summers. He's got 3 boys, and I know they run him ragged at the house, but he loves his kids, and that transfers over to us. And I think that's really cool, just to have him as somebody that you could lean on to and just talk to about anything. He's, you know, a role model to me.
There's a bigger picture than just football, and I think that's the reason why his kids respect him and love him like they do.
Tyson has been just a great addition to our staff, and really getting to know, him and his wife Beth and their kids. Zoe always says that she wants to play with Jake and Walker, so it's been fun.
In our profession, I think as much as anything, it's how good a wife you have. I'm blessed. I have a wonderful one. I don't know what the right term would be today, but we were little, middle school boyfriend and girlfriend, on and off again, 1 month on, 1 month off. And then she moved away. Her father had another job. He was superintendent of schools. So she left in the middle of our 10th grade year. And then I think I'd only seen her once in the period of time when I went back, and I was graduate assistant at Georgia in 2005. She was in Atlanta. She was a nurse, and she had asked me to come see one of her patients. It was a big Georgia fan. He was a cystic fibrosis kid, and so I went over there for his birthday party that the nurses put on for him. And my mother was funny. I remember her calling me on the phone. I guess we had only been on 2 or 3 dates. And my mom asked me, said, are you in love? Are you gonna marry this girl? I said, yeah. Without question. 5 months later, we were engaged and we were married within, I guess, 10 months of our first date, something along those lines. It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick.
They're mainly here to see their daddy, but they like seeing the players and getting the autographs.
Charge on!
First day of 5th grade, we were both at Mount Wilson Middle School. We were actually sitting in the rows right across from each other, and that was where, when I proposed to her, I took her back to that room.
Anyway, so he has this bag and he has me sit in the chair while he's moving the cabinet. And he tells me, he's like, hey, will you look in the bag for a brown box? And I was like, okay, sure. So I go and I look in the bag again. I'm like, no, there is no brown box. And he looks away and I see a red box. And I was like, ooh, let me see what this is. And I open it up and I see the ring and I'm like, oh no, this is not a brown box. I'm busted. I just found the ring. So I closed it and he sees it in the corner of his eye all the time. And I was like, there's no brown box in here. And he came and he dug the mahogany box out and got down on my knee. But I thought for sure I was busted.
Coach Summers just had his 3rd child, Anderson. And we were getting ready to go on to FIU. And he came in the morning and had the child the night before. He walked in the office and all the defensive coaches were standing there in the hallway to greet him. And he walked up through the hallway and gave everybody a big hug. He hadn't slept a wink. He was getting ready to get on down and win a ball game, but we know what was on his mind.
He was very excited. He was on edge because he wanted to know, is his wife okay? He just wants to know the details, and at the same time is being still focused on football. And to have those 2 sides where you see him, I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on, but then at the same time, make sure you're in your gap. It's cool to see, and he was very excited. And when his baby was born,
Beth, which is Tyson's wife, and just like Leslie would tell me, you go coach a football game, and we'll be here when you get back.
When he told us after the game, he was very excited. And I got calls from my family, not about the game, but they saw on TV that baby Anderson had been born, and that they saw him in some UCF gear. So, we were the first people as linebackers just to go up to him, give him a hug, and say congratulations.
3 boys now. They outnumber him and his wife now, so he's going to definitely have his handful. But who knows? You might have some future linebackers running for UCF in the near future with those guys.
We've really gotten to have some good friends that was made in the last year and a half, and as happy as we've been anywhere right here in Orlando.